In 1776, events in Williamsburg, Virginia set American independence in motion. 250 years later, Williamsburg remains key to telling the story of that year. As the year began, things looked bleak for the Americans. Norfolk, Virginia was in smoldering ruins after being bombarded by British forces. The British occupied Boston, and American forces under George Washington lacked the resources to drive them out. And the Continental Congress hadn't formally broken from Great Britain, making it unclear whether Americans were seeking reconciliation or independence. Enter Thomas Paine. In January, Paine published Common Sense. The pamphlet helped mobilize support for independence by forcefully arguing that it was the only logical path forward. In March, Washington's army was finally able to force the British to evacuate Boston. While the war's focus shifted to New York, Virginians engaged in the messy work of politics and government. On May 15th, the 5th Virginia Convention voted to instruct Virginia's delegates to the Continental Congress to propose independence, which Virginia delegate Richard Henry Lee did in Congress on June 7th. They chose a committee to write a declaration, who picked Thomas Jefferson to draft it. Meanwhile, in Williamsburg, the 5th Virginia Convention wrote a Declaration of Rights, a new Virginia Constitution, and chose Patrick Henry as their first elected governor. Back in Philadelphia, Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence, which incorporated language from the Virginia Declaration of Rights on July 4th. The document made clear the Americans were fighting for their right to exist as an independent nation. Meanwhile, the war raged on. British forces left Virginia in August. Washington's forces, now in New York, saw defeat at the battles of Long Island, Kip's Bay, and White Plains. But a revolution wasn't just happening on the battlefield. Smaller revolutions were happening in communities across the nation. Near Williamsburg, Virginia, enslaved and free Black Baptists formed one of the country's first African-American congregations. And William and Mary students founded the country's first academic honor society, Phi Beta Kappa. As 1776 neared a close, Washington's forces had been repeatedly routed, and prospects once again looked grim. Thomas Paine published another pamphlet, The American Crisis. The text was a rallying cry. Days later, Washington's victory at the Battle of Trenton boosted American morale. By the end of 1776, Americans had something to fight for, their independence, and Washington's forces had proved they might even have a shot at winning it. Learn about how Colonial Williamsburg is commemorating the events of 1776 at colonialwilliamsburg.org.